Okay, I'm just going to make a quick video right here on the underside of an M35A2 just to point out some of the components typical when you're pulling onto your truck. This is obviously the spare tire. This is the parking brake. Get a better view here. There's your parking brake. You got 3 springs. One's right here. 2. And the other spring on the cable. Oh, I'm sorry. It's up. It's up top. I can't point it out. But you can feel it. There. That's a good shot. 1, 2, 3. In your drum, you got 2 pads on either side. Sandwich that drum, lock it in. Okay, now moving forward, this is your transfer case, and over here is your air pack. I'm just going to twist and do the shuffle, work my way up. Alright, let's stop and talk about the transfer case. This is not a Sprag. This is an air shift operated Rockwell. Looking at your transfer case right here. This is your drain plug. Right here is your fill plug. This is the solenoid. It's air operated. Engages the transfer case for 4-wheel drive. Looking this way, this is your speedometer sending unit. This is speedometer sending cable. And right here is the linkage between your transfer case and your transmission. These bolts right here are notorious for coming loose. Even after you tighten them, you'll come back and tighten them again. Okay, let's work our way forward. Now, I'm under the driver's side, and I'm just going to point out some of the braking system components. This is a 71 truck, single circuit brake system. So what I have here, that's the air pack. And then above the air pack is the master cylinder. And this is the linkage from the brake right there. Master cylinder feeds the air pack. The air pack is fed by air. It uses compressed air to compress the brake fluid, which causes the braking. Right here is your brake switch solenoid. This is your air intake for your air pack right there. That's where I like to lubricate from. There's a hex head that you can pull and lubricate from on the back right here. But mine screwed up and it didn't work. You know, the other option is you can take this J right here, put a little air tool oil in it, clean it up. Okay, so master cylinder above. It's a pretty good shot. Air pack below. Alright, moving forward to the transmission. This is the transmission. This is the PTO for the winch. Winch shaft, bell housing. A little bit of oil, always a little bit of oil in there. You can take these inspection cover off. There's a zert fitting in there. This right here is your deep water forging plug. So if you go into a river, you need to undo this plug right here, stick it in here. Don't leave it in there because that'll fill up with oil, burn out your clutch. Alright, so the shaft runs from the transfer case to your front axle. Oh, okay. And then on up from here is your oil pan. I went over all the engine stuff, so I'm not going to Not gonna do it again. You know, you got your brake lines that feed around to that splitter. And there's a rubber hose that connects it up here, and then it feeds down and around right through here. Shock absorber. This is your boot. This is the front wheel. You know, you got your keen pins under here, up there. Your brake hose. Looking this way, this is the back side of the battery box. The fuel tank. Coming around, it's a gearbox. It's the shaft that runs the winch. I'm trying to think of anything else maybe to highlight. Oh, get the air tanks. Why not? Working back. Past the spare tire. The air tanks. These are drain valves for the air tanks. Ball valves, so these are lockable that I got. In front of the air tanks, if I can get a good shot of it, I can. That is your air. In other words, it's an air overload protection. In other words, if you have too much PSI, it's a pressure relief valve. That's what they call it. It'll bust open instead of your tanks blowing open if your air governor goes out. And back here is just your rear axles. This is a spring vent for all the axles. Make sure those are clean. That's just some of the bottom components on an M35A2. This is the 1971 model.